Diary of a Certified Psychopath. Off the crank. A very tentative peer back through the portal into virtual cycling's defining world of fact-checked fantasies, where healthy minds and happy hearts cannot exist without a generous injection of radical role-play, to ensure any resulting fitness remains fun to attain, if not sustain. Had anticipated that after such a lengthy real-life sabbatical, this cautious return to an artificial existence might be like a spiritual reawakening to the entire concept of gamified exercise, albeit with my avatar still lumbered with Zwift's stock steel bone shaker. However, any novel sensations I experienced in observing what appeared to be an array of visual enhancements, including more detailed distant landscapes, additional roadside animations, foregrounds festooned in fresh foliage and fortified with greater floral opulence, were all likely a consequence of ingesting a leaf and not bean-based beverage as my pre-ride hydration. Meanwhile, the newly textured asphalt I could have sworn I saw laid seamlessly across the sprawling sands on my casual cruise past Westworld's Last Chance Saloon, swerving several extra localized dust bowls, then snaking into the secluded oasis for a revitalizing cool-off beneath its cascading waterspouts, before rolling steadily on through the glowing Googie village to conclude one complete southbound trek of Watopia's rust-dusted desert highway, were all either actual illusions or simulated mirages, rendered by the game's ever-evolving weather effects. An incorrigibly erratic Dr. Garmin claimed my monitored efforts bordered on bass tempo's royal blue lows, though instinct suggested they averaged the same shade of yellow as the mellow westering sun over Sussex's breeze-battered seafront, and for roughly 6 times the strain-gauged power required to rotate my turntable at 33 RPM, so that yet another precious LP of Bach's third Brandenburg Concerto could be safely preserved in the digital archive. Irrespective of the truth, this musically influenced pace was still a tad too spicy for me to comfortably sustain for longer than the disc's 50-minute playtime within the humid confines of my data dungeon, despite a brief break to cue up the second side, and an inspired performance of the referenced work by renowned virtuoso violinist Pinchas Zuckerman, who in this instance doubled up his bow as a baton. Around 30 seconds after the closing bars, I managed to mistake a newly added split icon on the companion app's and game screen's lower control panel as a restylized U-turn button, whilst trying to bail out of a second TikTok alongside Taylor's loose-legged leisure seekers. From what I gleaned by way of a few flustered taps, this feature was added as part of Zwift's most recent major update, which included an array of accompanying bug fixes, and allows riders to freely create timed splits whilst navigating any route within the game's vast selection. The specified start and stop points effectively generate custom segments, which will then, I assume, automatically reset and resume the clock when each invisible start line is revisited, and thereafter provide a real-time indication of the rider's speed in relation to their previous effort. An adjacent applay toggles the split list's visibility, whilst all those manually recorded will be memorized for the active session's duration and erased when the player logs off.